Personally, I think these workshops are the most important learning experiences that I've had as a photographer and a storyteller.
You come out on the other side with this product and also with the skills to approach similar situations or totally different situations of storytelling in the future.
My goal was really to come and improve on my photography skills, and I had never really pictured myself traveling to India, and so this whole experience has just been amazing.
रब करे मुझको भी प्यार हो जाए, रब करे मुझको भी प्यार हो जाए।
Students come to the workshop, and they're the kind of student who don't just sort of think they should be part of changing the world or engaging with the world. They're just convinced that's what they are going to do in the world. I feel very privileged to be able to work in an aftermath project context with these issues with students who I know are going to be taking out into the world this way of thinking and this way of approaching the world. My name is Sarah Terry. I am the director and founder of the Aftermath Project, which runs this workshop with Exposure and IGL.
We have been presented with two really wonderful teachers for this workshop. We joke that Sarah covers the emotional side of the workshop and Asim covers the intellectual, but really they cover both grounds.
I mean, think about it. You have two experts sitting with you 24/7, figuring out not just your story, but everything.
I'm an independent photographer, though born in Pakistan, raised and of Kashmiri background. I've been working as a professional for about 6 years. When we began the workshop, and it was very evident that practically all the students coming in are not working photographers. It's amazing. I frankly think that there are students in this workshop that are producing work that surpasses a lot of professional photographer work I'm seeing out of India. And I'm not just saying that. They have demonstrated that they are photographers. They're thinking individuals, they're committed, they're hardworking, and they're willing to work past their doubts, and they're willing to work past their fears.
I think part of the extraordinary commitment that IGL makes in funding these workshops and in bringing in, photographers like Seven or like the Aftermath Project to work with these students is you'll never, ever, ever get this kind of experience in a classroom. See the difference in those two halves of that frame?
Yeah,
who is she there?
Yeah, this is
and
like
who is she here?
Shiny and
bright and reflective, and she's dark in it. And yet here, in what is her village, her home, there's familiar things, but they're
light behind her.
Yeah, but they're broken. This can't. I think what's really interesting in workshops is that you're working out life skills. I mean, there are a lot of problems that get solved as a photographer in building a story. There are problems that you have to solve in learning how to make a composition. There are problems that you solve in learning how to interact with people that are all skills that I think are applicable for the students in anything they do.
This has been really great training in terms of looking at people's individual skills and thinking about how they can improve as photographers. Some of the students who are shooting just almost for the first time are producing pretty, incredible images, which is wonderful to see, and that is totally thanks to Sarah and Asim's teaching. I'm sort of getting to the point personally where I know that I want to be a journalist and pursue journalism as a career, both writing and bringing photography into it, bringing sound into it. My focus with journalism and with documentary work has always been writing and to approach things verbally. So for me, my personal challenge has been to kind of set that aside and just engage with the photographs and engage with the situation and what I'm looking at. honestly, I think that my writing is better because it's kind of guided by the photographs and by the particular way that you engage with a community and with an issue when you're photographing it as opposed to when you're only writing about it.
You go to a foreign place and you're forced to shoot every day, and you're really forced to dig in and dig within yourself to create a story, and then you have guidance along the way, and for me that's the only way to learn. My name is Sam James. I'm here in Ajmer doing a story on the generation of elderly people that experienced partition in 1947. The generation of people who lived through this event are now growing old and passing away. So the purpose of this story is to collect these individual stories and memories. Most of my previous work that I've done has largely involved me trying to seamlessly ease myself into other people's worlds and then disappear. But what I've found is that in doing so, I've really lost my voice a little bit. So with this workshop and what I've been trying to do in my work since is trying to assert my voice in a more declarative way when I shoot a story. So not to get completely lost in the subject.
I'm Britt Sloan, and the story that I'm working on here in Ajmer is about the Ajmer rose and looking at this flower, this native flower, as a symbol of the intersection of faith and commerce around the Dargah Sharif. What did I expect? I expected to be thrown into an environment that I was very uncomfortable with. On the first day, my photography was really chaotic. I mean, granted, I was shooting in a pretty chaotic space, and I'm still having a little bit of trouble. I've been interested in photography for a very long time, but I've never had a chance to develop my own visual language. And so that's, I guess, really why I came on this workshop, was to try to define my visual language. And that's exactly what I've found, which has been incredible. I love crowds, I love this very active pace, but sometimes I forget to slow down. And sometimes I forget to just stop and smell the roses.
But we can go anytime. In college means we can go anytime. Free.
That's nice. So this week, Hi, my name is Elizabeth Herman. I'm going to be a senior at Tufts, and I'm studying political science and economics. Exposure workshops are rigorous. We get here and we hit the ground running, and we're making contacts and going out on location and shooting and taking notes and doing interviews from day one. And while that can seem scary and overwhelming, you have incredible mentors to help you through the entire thing and provide feedback and talk through your issues with. It kind of let me just approach the situation with a fresh eye, and while that was really scary at the beginning, it's also been an amazing experience in letting me take everything that we're learning here and apply it from the get-go. So this story has become a story of a village that is being split physically by this railroad track. People are going to search for jobs in the city, and in turn, the city is starting to come back to the village, and there's this generational divide that's starting to occur. This is a really beautiful story, and this is an entire village that may not exist in a few years, may just be absorbed by the city around it.
So you have this incredible group of students who are open-minded, wanting to learn, working hard, struggling to solve problems. And I just, that's like the most incredible quality to me, the desire to solve problems.
It's through conversations and it's through meetings that we actually begin to understand the human issues involved and the questions that we're trying to answer. Too often we come at issues of conflict or development or society or social issues from a very academic point of view, and the voices of the people who are actually living those experiences, we never meet and ask. I think I just hope that they walk away with a new sense of themselves as individuals and their place in the world, and how we can kind of engage in it.